everyone, thank you for joining me today. My name is Barry and I am your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based here in the UK. You can also shop with us if you live in France, Germany, Netherlands and Austria. So thank you. So today's project is for the Casually Crafting Design team, which is something which I'm part of with some other lovely ladies from around the UK. Just showing you simple, casual projects, so nothing too complicated, nothing using lots and lots and lots of products, just some simple projects, really, and hopefully it's just casual, what we would class it as casual craft and things which can be done easily. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So I'm going to be using some of the designer series paper here from the new mini catalogue. And if I can find what page it's on, should have found that before I come live, shouldn't I? Is the part of the Tropical Oasis Designer Series paper, which is on page 39. There we go, to bring that in. Page 39 of the mini catalogue. Lovely sweet, this one here. You can see it's got some really lovely projects, nice stamp set, nice dies. But the colour combination, you can see here the colour combination in this suite here is absolutely lovely. So that's where my inspiration has come from today with my colours, is for this one I'm using the coordinating colours which go with this suite. And I'm actually going to be using an older stamp set from the annual catalogue. Now this is the Label Me Pretty one, so which is on page number 19, so right at the front of the catalogue, which is this one right here. Okay, so and that's what I'm going to, and this comes with a coordinating punch as well. So the theme for this month's blog hop is I can't even say the word, is appreciation. Okay, so I'm going to be using the stamp set here which says thank you for caring. It's just another way, I think, so you're saying thank you to somebody and you appreciate what people do for you or have done for you. So thank you for caring. That one there is what I'm going to be using to show my appreciation. I'm going to do a little box just to hold a little bar of chocolate, just to say thank you, and nothing expensive, just something just to show you your thank you for it. You appreciate what they've done. So let's crack on. And what I'm going to do is I've got some A4 piece of paper here, which is in So Saffron, all right? And I'm going to cut this to, let's do this. I'm going to cut this to 19 centimetres. This way here. Bring that in so you can see that. 19 centimetres along the long way. All right, that's gonna go. And then I'm gonna cut this at 12 centimetres. All right, so you're gonna have a few bits of scraps here, and you're gonna have one which is a little bit smaller. So if you can probably do this with, I suppose if we went 10.5, which is half of an A4 piece of paper anyway, you'll be able to get 2 of these out. But I've done it for one piece, but yeah, if we go 10.5, you'll get more out of your paper. Okay, so that's the one which I'm going to be using. So you're going to need to bring in a scoreboard. So you can either use your trimmer, or if you have got it, you can use your Simply Scored scoring tool. Okay, and we're going to pop this in, and we're going to pop this in along the long edge here. And what you want to do is you want to score this at 1 1/4. Not have your finger knock your finger out that way. Okay, 1 1/4, 2 1/8, 3 3/8, so 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 4 1/4. All right, so that's what we will need. So that's all the scoring done for this one. You're going to bring your paper trimmer back in again, and we're going to cut your designer series paper down. So you want to have these ones so we want to cut it at 4 1/2. So think about how you want it. I think it's going to be going, the flowers are going that way up. So I'm going to cut this at 4 1/2 this way. And that's my strip, which I'm left over with. Bring that in. Okay. And then I want a 3-inch panel. So I'm going to go 3 inches. So that's going to be for my top half. I want one which is now, oh, I didn't write one down, that's interesting. 5/8. So we're gonna go going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8. Which will be for that one there. Or for that one, I can't work out what one it is in the moment. And I just need to work out what I need to do for this one. I didn't write it down. Okay, 1 inch, nice and simple. So line that up with 1 inch, and we will cut. I could have known actually 1 inch, so I've gone 1/4 of an inch, slightly lower. All right, so that's that. So we will now bring in a couple of punches. Okay, so I've got the detailed trio punch, and I'm just going to pop it in the corner and just take out those bits. So that's going to go to one side, and that's that. So we are nearly done. This is actually really simple. So I'm going to fold it in. Now when you're folding, I always go with the lumpy bit. So the bit which has been pushed in is going to be the inside of the card. So I'm just going to fold all of these. Okay, and then it's going to go round on itself. So this is the front part where I'm going to pop this one in here. So I'm going to grab some glue. So these are nice, these could be little table favours, little thank yous, just anything really which you just want to say thank you for. And they're actually quite really simple to make. So I'm going to pop that one in like so. So you could have like you could have a good conveyor belt with this one here and do things in stages, and you could knock these out quite quickly. There we go. So that there is my front panel done nicely. So now what I want to do is I want to be thinking about these. So we are going to be working on the back side now. So it's going to be that one there. So all we've done is I've just folded up how it's going to be. Okay, and that's the one where I want the panel to go right here. Make sure you get it around the right way. Flowers going up. So that one can sit in right there. All right, and then the 1 inch panel which we cut is going to go on that one right there. So we know it's the two middle panels which you're going to be working from. And just position that. Inside. And obviously try and think about it as well so you get the pattern to line up and match up a little bit better, because they are, even though they're on top of each other, you kind of, I suppose, want it to look like it's a continuation round. So it's not going to be too much of an issue for this one here because the bottom part is hidden. So it's not too important. Okay, so that is the construction of my box. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to grab myself some Whisper White cardstock. I am going to grab myself a block. And then go and grab myself some black ink. All right, so I'm going to use Memento, and I'm using this one here from this the Label Me Pretty stamp set. Give that a good old ink up, and we'll pop that in like so. All right, so that's good. And then I'm going to take the Hanky for Caring stamp, okay, and we will ink this up. Now, as a little tip for you, you can see what we've done on ours is you can see we put a little bit of a blue line on top, blue mark. That just tells us where the top of it is, because being it's circular, it's going to be really, really awkward to line this up. So we've drawn a mark where it's at the direct top. Okay, so which is going to help when lining this up to make sure we get that to the top as well. So if you've got circular ones and you struggle with it, just do that as a little tip. So I'm just going to need to get myself over this for a moment. And let's hope that that's nice and straight. It's as straight as it's going to be. I did do straighter another time. So it's because I'm on the camera and it's a little bit tricky to see. I'm going to use my one which I've done earlier on, where I spent a little bit more attention to it. So when you're doing it, just take your time, get yourself a good and proper over it. One where you haven't got a camera in the way to stop you from looking, but that's what I've done with that one. Once you've stamped it, it comes with a punch as well, which is a pretty label punch. And then we will line it up like so and punch it out. All right, so that's that. So with your scrap paper, we're also going to cut one of these out as well, plain. And that's going to act as a backing. All right. And that's all your stamping done for this one. It's nice, really, it's really, really simple. And that's going to act as a bit of a backing there. So pop that to one side. Oh, excuse me. So, I'm going to grab some ribbon. And then what we are also going to do is we are going to grab ourselves some tear and tape. I'm going to take a little bit of this off, because what we want to do is we want to make an enclosure for this down. So this is all going to get covered up, so don't worry about this. We just need to make sure that we keep the ribbon attached whilst we're tying it, and then we're going to put some glue over the top of this anyway, because that's going to go round like so. So grab your snips, and we're going to tear off so let's go to about there. Okay, and then we're going to cut another piece which is exactly the same. And we're going to do exactly the same the other side. So let's see whether or not I can tie a bow, shall we? I know last night when I tried to do this, I got myself in a right tiz was, and nearly gave up. I really struggled to tie a bow, but I sat there for ages and I practiced and I practiced, and hopefully we will get it right. So that's just attached in here like so. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop some glue on this back panel. And then that's going to then just hold those ribbon pieces in place. So I'm just going to snip my fingers in there for a moment just to hold that and get that glue good and stuck. That's the one. There we go. so that's in. I'm going to stick, once that's sticking up, I'm just going to stick this together as well. So we're going to pop some glue on the bottom half, middle bottom of the sentiment. I'm not going to go too much on the top because that's going to overhang a little bit. So I'm just going to concentrate more on the bottom, middle, and I'm also not going to the sides as well because that's going to just overhang a little bit. And then I'm just going to then use that just to offset this, just to give me a little bit of a, probably a little bit too much has come in, that's it. And I've seen the benefit of having wet glue is that you can wiggle it around and change it. There we go, so that's lovely. So let's bring in the bar of chocolate. So we've got a nice Snickers bar here, which fits perfectly. So this is an ordinary size Snickers bar as well. So it's not one of the fun sizes, it's one of the ordinary ones, but even though they've got so small now anyway, it may as well be a fun size. All right, so that's just gonna go in like so. And then, right, let's bring over our ribbon and let's see if I can do this first time. Okay, so. Okay, so I just want to it's all about just taking my time, making sure I get the ribbon tidy. Okay, so that's going to go there. And let's see, come on, I can do this first time. Oh, the ribbon. Right, little interruption there, my alarm went off. So, as I was tying my bow, but there we go, I caught it. I'm just going to tidy this up. And this is using this gorgeous ribbon here, the, what's it called? I forgot. Old Olive Pretty Peacock. It's the two-tone one, so it's the shimmery Old Olive and Pretty Peacock together, which is really, really nice. It's a very pretty ribbon. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna have another go. I'm not 100% happy with that, so I'm gonna have another attempt. This is where it all goes completely and utterly wrong. I'm all fingers and thumbs when it comes to tying ribbons. For some reason, I just can't. Just all over the place. So, just because I've got sausage fingers. That's a bit better. Okay, I'm happy with that one there. It's tidier. It does the job. Okay. And the thing is though, what they can do is they can now open this up and they can then tie it back up again, which is quite nice. So you're not losing and cutting and wasting this ribbon, which is what we wanted to achieve. So you'll probably spend more time doing the bow than you would actually making the project. All right, so once we're happy with that, let's put those two tails together, and I will just give them a snip like that. And there we go, that's that part. So we will now finish this off by popping this onto some foam pads. Let me just grab some foam pads. I've got Tommy sat by the side of me, and he normally pinches your seat as soon as you get up. But no, you're a good boy, Tommy, aren't you? It's because I've actually got covering your seat with actual catalogues. It's just staring at me. Move the catalogues. So we're just going to pop a couple of couple of dimensionals on here, just to give it a little bit of height and so on. It just makes it pop from the, So, and there's one more thing which I'm going to do before I stick this down. We're going to grab that piece which we cut again. We're going to take the leaf punch and we're just going to punch a couple of leaves out of this, because they are now just going to, so you can obviously either keep them in the same colour, it depends if you want to change, or should I grab the green? You know what, I'm going to grab the green, just bear with me. Bear with. Need to find some old olive. There we go. Because old olive is the coordinating colour on the designer series paper, so we'll take 2 out from that. Okay, so we will position that. I can maybe have some yellow in there as well, yellow and a green, possibly. And we're doing it this side just to balance it up from the ribbon. I'm going to go with 2 green. And then that's just going to sit in the middle. Like so. And because it's got caught under the dimensionals, I've not really had to use any glue on those at all. It's just sat itself in. And there we go. There is my lovely, I hope you agree, lovely little treat holder where you can untie, just going to make that a little bit smaller, where you can untie and reveal your bit of chocolate inside. Don't do what I did there and pull the ribbon. Make sure that I've pulled the ribbon a little bit too tight on that, so just be careful when you're doing it that you just don't put it too tight. All right, but apart from that, that there is lovely. I'm really, really happy with that. So there is my little appreciation, little gift for somebody. Really, really quick and simple to make up. You can make 2 of these if you cut the piece of paper down to 10.5. You can, but obviously the chocolate will just overhang a little bit. So depending on, if you don't mind the chocolate showing out, then it will be fine. And there we go. All right, there is my little project for you. Thank you for watching. All details can be found down below at the blog post for them to see some pictures of this and to actually then see hop with the rest of the ladies in the Casually Crafting Design team. Links to our online shop are down below as well if you'd like to purchase anything which you've seen us using today. And please remember to hit the subscribe button, which will be lovely, so you'll get notified of any future updates. We would really appreciate that if you continue to follow us. Okay, guys, thank you for watching, and we will be back with you very shortly with another video. Thank you all. See you soon. Bye.